This is Brian, and welcome back to Final Fantasy X. I've been working on doing a little bit of trying to get my weapons and customize them to do the AP grinding. But I got a couple other things I want to check up here first. I mentioned I was going to try to set up my armor. I already did it for Riku, but I need to go buy some armor from Once. You should be at Macalania Woods. And also I realized there's another thing that I didn't pick up on the airship here. Because after we went to the Omega Ruins and we got the final Albed primer, I actually want to come back and have a chat with Rin here.
May I help you?
I think just leave.
Thank you. Your patronage is very much appreciated. If there's anything I can help you with in the future, just ask.
Ace, wing topped.
Janoku. Wiraja fam may not win dukya.
Eiko, uluwi goof tranelg.
Dat regdrat sjofunt lusa. Drid falum tingu edix wowig hat.
Ace ribidu.
Rana ennakan. Du lukne dimida winchelar.
Alright, for that little conversation, you get 99 Underdog's Secrets. Or Underdog's Secret. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I mean, you have to read that to get the conversation, of course, but I don't want to talk over it and try to read it because, well, they're still doing voice acting for it.
Drigway.
And I did not have any of them yet. It is going to be the item which allows us to put double overdrive onto weapons. I was kind of wondering, I almost forgot about this. I was wondering why I didn't have that option available for my customization yet. So I didn't have any of those yet. You can probably steal some of them from some enemies or maybe bribe them, but he's obviously going to be the easiest source. Well, I suppose unless you know where they're at, getting all of the primers isn't necessarily easy. There are a couple that are pretty easy to miss. And I think there are one or two of them that are even missable in areas where you can't go back and get them. Although some of those you can pick them up in the desert if you missed them in the area where they were going to be before. So I don't know. Not 100% sure.
You're counting on me, kid.
After the first couple of times I played through the game, I just always try to pick them up as I go along in the areas because now I know where they're at.
Here we go!
That way I'll probably just put double overdrive on everybody else's weapons that I don't have enough items for triple overdrive on them. That's right, this does bring us here. I do have to walk a little ways. Okay, I do still have the no encounters on though, so not as big of a deal. And we have the shortcut Rainbow Road, or whatever you want to call it, through the woods. Yeah, this Albed primer that's on this path here is probably one of the tougher ones because it's so hard to see if you don't know it's there. Unless you're the kind of person that's just going around mashing the button everywhere you go to try to find a hidden secret. I know you're out there. And no shame on that. However you want to play it, you play it. But I don't really do that unless I know there's likely to be a secret in that area. Or something has led me to believe, like I got a hint or something. Or if it's demonstrated that it's the kind of game that does just require you to do that. Could be right down here. Right? Yeah, there he is.
Hey, walkers, I've been for business.
Hey, now who are we gonna go for? We got Riku already set up. I probably will be using Orin, so we'll go ahead and buy him one. 100,000. For some reason, I was thinking they were 25,000. Maybe that's because what they sell for. So yeah, that's not what you pay, it's what you can sell them for. That's probably what it is. I guess. Let's just go ahead and put it on, and then I'll work on getting it set up. And I probably will get one for Titus too, just because I'm still going to be using him for a lot of my just overall arena capturing stuff. At least until I get Rico up to the point where she's ready to go too. So I don't know. It just costs a little more money and time to get one set up. I'll save his for last, but I'll at least go ahead and buy it here. I know 100,000 isn't exactly cheap, but we'll go with that. Might as well go for Walkus first. So what am I going to put on it? Well, we're also going to put Auto Phoenix on it. And, I mean, that's not a totally expensive one, at least. Yeah, Miracle Comeback now. Don't have enough for Auto Haste until I get more of those. And I don't have enough for Auto Protect until I get more of those. But for him, I am going to put Stone Proof on, I think. And I have plenty of those. And I guess with those items at least, as long as we still have enough, I might as well go ahead and give Titus that as well. Now, if I want to make any more, I need to get more Mega Phoenixes, but that's just a matter of bribing.
Your cap.
Okay, back to the Calm Lands. Because the items I'm going to need, either I can get them from bribing or from defeating certain enemies. For the Auto Protect, we need to defeat one of the creations. I believe it was Fafnir. It's like a dragon type enemy. I think he was an area conquest or a species conquest. I don't think it was species though, so I think he's an area one, but we'll find out soon enough. And we'll see if I can handle him. Without an overdrive for Waka built up, I might not be able to. I think I'll just make sure we go ahead and get his overdrive built up. So I'll just switch him to Slayer. I'll just try to get into a random encounter out here and let him finish off all the enemies on his own. If it's a big enough group of 3 of them, that should probably be enough to fill his gauge. We're close to it. Only 2 of them, probably not going to be good enough. But we'll see. Got a little bit already. Oh yeah.
Take that.
I guess his world champion probably does have double or triple overdrive on it, so that helps. I don't remember offhand what it had, but something like that. I was trying to decide if I wanted to change it out or not to a different overdrive mode, but I think I'll leave it at Slayer. It's not here. Maybe I was just thinking of the Don Tonberry being here. And he's not an original. I guess he has to be species. Well, if you can't handle him, that means I'll just have to work on more Don Tonberry for Waka to get him powered up a little more. And I suppose it wouldn't hurt to see if I can armor break him. Okay, what's Orin gonna hit him for? Not much at all. Well, let's try it. I messed it up. That certainly doesn't help. Maybe if he has low HP overall, we'll see if Walker can get a couple of good hits in on him. And yeah, there comes that Mega Phoenix. That was a decent hit. Things aren't looking so great, though. Yeah, too many of those back to back here. Although Waka is still standing, so he's gonna bring us back up. Only use one of them, though. I think we'll just keep going and see if Waka can get him. Maybe we're close to the end. Oh, well, that wasn't much, so probably not. Alright, back to the drawing board. And I guess by that I just mean back to more farming for weapons from One Eye and Don Tonberry. Which do I want to do? Let's do a couple of fights against One Eye. Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't trying to talk to him. think we'll try the next one without the haste on here. And see if Waka is just strong enough that he can handle him now. As long as it's not an ambush. Yeah, dang it though. Waka only gets one turn in before he goes at this rate, so let me see if haste will get him back up. Okay. Actually, the thought struck me here though. I was trying to exit. I need to beat Fafnir to get the items to put auto protect on. But for the other stuff, I can go ahead and try to get that. I need chocobo wings for auto haste. And the enemy for that is the Makia, or however you pronounce it. We did see him in the Omega Ruins, but it should work just fine to do it here too. You just gotta pay for it here, but at least you get the one you want. Does he have bribe? Waka does. Out of this group, probably just Waka. Alright, this is a pretty big one, but it's not the worst we're gonna have to do for bribing, I don't think, so. $360,000 should do it. Okay. Not quite. Don't counter kill him, Waka. Damn it. That's a worst case scenario for that. Didn't really consider that being a thing that could that would happen to me there. Yeah, I don't really care. I just want to put on weapons that won't be counter-attacking here. It's a good way to waste $360,000. If that hadn't happened, what I was going to do is I was just going to try another $1,000 bribe on Waka's next turn. This time it worked the first try. He's supposed to give you around 60. I think it can vary though, a little bit either way. Yeah, 58. Oh yeah, that's still not quite enough yet, is it? Does take a lot. I think you can steal some of them too. I don't remember who that's from though. I'm gonna check it out quick. I'll be right back. Okay. You can steal them from the Cactuar King, it sounds like, from what I was able to find. Was he an area? Yeah. Since I don't need that many to get up to the next one, this is what I'm gonna do here. I think we all have... No, we don't all have steel. Right, Riku and Kamari did. Oh. I don't even have it for him. I thought he had all of her stuff already, but not quite. Yeah, then he's gonna take her out, but I have Auto Phoenix on 2 of them, so they'll bring her back up. No, it's not exactly a counter that he's doing, it's just... I thought he was gonna hit the person that tried to do something to him. Not necessarily. And after you get a couple steals from him, it'll probably start getting harder to steal from him. I thought maybe Walker would be able to take him out, but now he's still pretty hard to hit, so... Probably just flee from this. Because I think 80 was what I needed to customize it, or 79, and we have that now. I need to rearrange this stuff too, but I think I'll worry about that after I sell some of the stuff that I don't need. Okay, yep, it's 80. Alright, so at least Waka's gonna be faster now. He's the one that I'm using for most of my attacks here anyway. It was just that the amount was off so much there that I didn't want to waste any of my money. Because I'm pretty sure with the Makia guy here, you can also try to get 30 of them from him by just giving him half the amount of money for the bribe. I always forget which one's in a skill and which one's a special. It's like, what's the difference? Okay, so this one will bring me up to about 60. And then I can do another one for half the money for 180,000, and that'll bring me up to like 90. At least that's ideally what I'm looking at here. Now, Ramped Extract doesn't really matter to me, but that's fine. Actually, let's... Ow. Kinda messing with myself here. It's gonna go up to 200,000, but then I was like, wait a minute, it's already where I want it, so... don't think you really have to give him much for subsequent tries. Let's just try one. Okay, yeah. Hopefully I'm right. And this will be like half the amount. I don't think it works that way for all of them, though. Like, you can't just keep cutting it in half and expect him to give you half of that. Like, if you give him 90,000, would he give you 15? I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Okay, I am not going to worry about getting it on Titus for now. Just because it does cost so much money. I want to make sure I save what I have for other things as necessary. Now let's go ahead and sell the stuff I don't need. Just to, so I can organize things better again. I already had one set up for him. Don't need that. And this should just make these fights faster too, because I already have haste on Arn and Waka now. Got to change his weapon out though. Hopefully I have enough time to do it before old One Eye gets a turn in here. Okay, yeah, this next one should still get him. We're fine. I've been getting a decent amount of dark matter, I feel like, from these drops. Have to look and see where we're at for that. I know Titus isn't going to do the most damage, but hopefully I can still use him and it won't really affect getting my overkill with Waka here. Okay, yep, we're good. Yeah, more dark matter. I'm curious enough to check that out here. 12. Okay. It's not nothing. Why don't we go ahead and move a little bit here since I do have a few levels built up? Because everything will help for these guys. I'm still gonna save using the magic defense spheres for Waka's grid, because he's the one I'm taking all the way around at first. I also want to be a little bit careful with some of these guys. I don't want to use up too many of my spheres with like Titus or Orn yet. Because getting more spheres, the easiest way to do that is by attacking Fafnir as well, from what I remember. There might be other people that are available that can do the same kind of thing, but the trick to it is you just attack him. Normally he's going to drop 40, I think it was light curtains you need to make the auto protect. He'll drop 40 of those for defeating him once. But if you use like the distill ability on him, then he'll drop 40 ability spheres instead, or magic or power, whichever one you use. Guess I could also try a couple of the other enemies and see if I can remember or figure out which one drops strength spheres and just farm a few of those. Because then we could get him boosted up to the point that he can handle anything pretty quickly, hopefully. Or maybe not anything, but Fafnir at least. Some of the enemies, it's not just about strength, it's about having the speed to be able to keep up with them. Like Fenrir when we tried that last time. Obviously, we couldn't hit him for enough anyway, but another major problem was even just being able to hit him. I think let's head down here first. Actually, no. Let's go over here. Because this is like a dead-end node, I guess. We're a little lower on mana spheres, but part of that's just because I've been using the mana defense spheres, I suppose. And because I've been going along like Lulu's route over here quite a bit. And Yuna's. A little bit of strength at least. Might fill in these empty ones here with magic defense, and after that I might hold up on using any of those. Just because I might have enough on the grid to max out his magic defense. We'll take a look at where it's at when I'm done here. And there's Ultima. I feel like that's a spell that I never really end up using in this game much, because using just physical attacks, like Waka's attack reels, is going to outclass it so much. Or using Yuna's Aeons. Okay, where are we at? Magic defense is at 149. Yeah, he might not end up filling that out without adding more spheres to the grid. But he does still have quite a bit of ground to cover. Guess I'll go ahead and use Orin's up too. If I can find some strength for him along here, it would help out a little. There's 3 at least. I'm not really going to be able to do much more here. And Riku will save that. Alright, let's try a few different ones maybe. This one's still going to be pretty fast, I think. And it's not going to be strength, I'm pretty sure. Let's give it one try. Let's see if we can even hit the dang thing. Of course, we get an ambush. Well, I can hit it. What's it gonna do to me? Of course, Hawk is the one that can't hit it, and he'd be the one that would do the big damage. We were able to hit him early on. This seems kind of strange. And yeah, since we had Auto Phoenix, I figured I'd just let that kick in instead of using an item or a spell on Titus to heal the poison. I didn't really want to have to use my overdrive. I don't think any of that's really going to help me. Okay. I think that might help. So if I put some aims on here. Yeah, I know Titus is going to go down again probably, but it's fine. This guy doesn't seem like he's going to be a threat to take us out anytime too soon. So if I can get 5 aims built up on Waka, I'm going to see if that'll do the trick. Well, in light of the fact that I'm trying to do that, don't want him to get taken out. Or we've gotten a couple of hits in. Yeah, that should be fine. His attack seems to be a percentage based, and it's not gonna take Waka out in one hit, I don't think. Otherwise I would use a heal on Waka, but I think we'll try to just go here. That aim does seem to be helping, I think. That was a nice counter. Once again, rather not lose my aim. I'm pretty sure when you get taken out, it does go away. And you'd have to reuse it. And he still couldn't hit him again that time even here, so I guess it's not perfect. It is odd to me that Auron is hitting for more than Waka, except for that time, because he got a nice critical in there. Yeah, I might say the heck with it here and go ahead and use my overdrive. Actually, I kind of think Wonka's attack might be also, yeah, tied into his HP, where it's at. Like if it's higher, then he does more damage with the world champion. So for that reason, I probably will still try to hold off on using the overdrive here. At the same time, I believe Orin's might be the inverse. His weapon does more damage when he's actually at lower HP. I don't want to waste all my X potions here. But it's the fastest way to get him up, unless I use Kiraga, and well, actually at this point, I might have access to that without switching unit in. Yeah, I'll try that next time he gets down. Yeah, and that stupid drain touch, he's healing himself too. Okay, how good is your curing here, Wonka? Yeah, pretty good. Boost him up a little more here. Oh, that's all. Basuna? No. Okay, well, we're able to beat that guy, but it's pretty slow going. Ah. And I don't even get to see what his drop is. I think his is like agility or speed or evasion. One of those three is one of the fast guys. But we are also going to be interested in what the dragon killer is. Must have been an Orin sword. Ah, double overdrive. Not quite what I'm looking for. Yeah, not that I'd like to be one to complain about the dark matter, but yeah, sometimes I do just want to see what the actual drop is. Terex is the bird. Pretty sure. Give me another fast one, so is the Hornet. We don't really seem set up to take those guys out too easily. This is an imp. The Flan, I know, is going to be tough because I don't think you can injure it at all with physical attacks. It's immune to it. So you have to use magic. So either Aeons or having really high magic is the way to go there. And he's going to drop, I think, the magic power spheres instead of the defense ones like One Eye does. Let's try the Devatu, though. Or Vidatu, whatever his name is. Okay, so he has null for each of the elements, it looks like, to start out. Can we hit him? Well, let's try to do this again. And then it's just going to be a matter of what's he going to do to us. There's 3. And 5. focusing to make sure I don't accidentally use Flee with Titus there. Okay, we're good enough to hit him now, at least. Okay, there we go. He doesn't have much HP, at least. So as long as Walker can hit him, he can get him. And that is for just the MP spheres. I don't really need to worry about that. I'm pretty sure there's enough MP on the board to get us to 999 anyway. So we probably won't really be fighting him anymore. Actually, yeah, let's keep fighting. We should be fine. So the next page, the elemental. I'm pretty sure you can hit him with physical, but he might be really... maybe tough. Tank it. That might be the power. That might be the power ones. Or Juggernaut. Or Ironclad. Something like that. Let's try to tank it first. And see if we can get through his defense by doing armor break, maybe. It is skill. I mean, I can do a decent amount, and we're hitting him at least. So it's going to depend on how strong he is. Yeah. But if he's just hitting us one at a time, my auto Phoenix will kick in and we should be fine. It's just a matter of how many of these hits is it going to take for Waka. And I mean, Titus is contributing a little bit, and Orin a little less. Although that last hit was pretty good. Probably won't get the overkill on it, though. I guess with Orin, maybe until I get his ranked up really high, we should try to just let his health go down and not bring it back up so he gets more attack in that way. It's just, yeah, the Phoenix Down's automatically going to bring him back with about 50%. Gotta be getting there, right? Seems to be getting more turns more often here now, too. It might partially be because he's taking a character down and then their turns are getting messed up by being KO'd. Need to try to have Walker at full strength. Okay, I was gonna say as long as he doesn't hit Waka again right away. Once again, he's making me feel like I want to use the overdrive. Doesn't really have much to help out here. Could do region. The region would be taken away as soon as the character got taken out again anyway. Okay. Fine, I'm gonna try to use the attack rails. At least I hit it right this time. Yeah, I have no idea how close I was otherwise, but at least that took him out. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. All of these damn dark matters when I don't want them. It's almost to the point that it feels like that's the more common drop. Do want to check out that arm guard and see what we got. Okay, just defense. Well, we're not going to fight another one of those guys right away unless I determined that he was going to be the one for the strength drops. This guy, I'm pretty sure, is going to be like the other mushrooms, and he's going to use that sleep ability if you hit him. But what else would he have with it? Like if I put Riku out there with the ribbon, she'd be able to survive that. Let's, I think, try Juggernaut and Ironclad. That might be about all we get around to for today. I think this guy's strength or defense. At least it seems familiar to me. I don't think that's probably going to matter here. Yeah, he's still doing about 30,000. And what's his attack going to be? Kind of feel like he might be the kind of enemy that has a salvo that hits all of us, so we might be out of luck here. Still got a lot of turns in before he does it. So it might depend on how much HP he has. No, looks like too much for me to take him out before he's going to do it. And that's exactly what it's called, is salvo. Well, Waka does survive it. Is he going to use both of them? No. I don't always understand how the auto phoenix works, because it seems like it doesn't always bring everybody back up. I think I better use as many turns for him as I can, just doing damage. Let Titus worry about getting Orin back up. I'd like to just be able to use regular life, but it doesn't look like that's going to be an option. And also, I need to remember to buy more Phoenix Downs. Okay. Yeah, I can try and slow him down, maybe. Kind of figured. Yeah, stop hitting Waka. Since I got Waka so far ahead, it's annoying that he's the only one that's able to heal himself fully in one turn without using an X potion. Stop. If I do that, Will he jump in and get in the way? I don't remember exactly how those things work in this game because I don't really use them too much. Like Threaten, I remember that kind of paralyzes an enemy for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay. That's exactly what I wanted. And now I got 3 hits in a row with Waka here. Well, at least I got the pattern to go in here as long as he keeps in that. I would assume at some point he might do a salvo again, but I already know Waka can survive it. And he always does seem to be targeting Waka here, unless it just makes it look that way with the way Thorn does the guard move. Okay, charging up for the salvo, so now let's just all attack as much as we can while we have time here. Thought about using auto life, but we should be fine with the auto Phoenix, because Waka will survive. Unless he does more damage to him this time, but nope. Not the same. Yeah, getting a little lower on Phoenix Downs. Takes me down to 11, I think. Alright, got him finally. That's a long haul at this point. Okay, it is my strength ones though. So everything I put on... Oops. Everything I put on Waka for strength now will make it a little easier for him to take that guy out next time I face one of them. Don't quite have enough to get all the way back to be able to move to new territory here yet. There are a couple empty nodes coming up there. I suppose that just means before I fight more of those guys, I should worry about doing the Don Tomberry trick a couple more times and getting Waka just stronger there. And as long as I don't run out of my spheres for him, we'll be alright there. So I'm just going to do another one of these fights here to end for today, I think. And see if we get lucky on a drop. Other than that, next time we'll pick up with more Don Tomberry and trying to move Waka along to the point that he can start overpowering some of these enemies a little more so we can start farming for the stats I want. Because there are still a lot of stats on the board that I just haven't unlocked for him yet. Without worrying about grinding for him. A triple score and more dark matter. No, that's not what I wanted. Figure before I end here, I'll go ahead and sell the excess stuff I don't want, so it's not in my way. Yeah, that was worth a little chunk. The defense arm guards aren't really worth much. least I'm getting closer up to 1 million gil again now after I wasted a lot on the chocobo wings. And actually might be to the point that I would consider doing another round of that to get Titus's haste on his weapon. But yeah, we are going to go ahead and call it here for today. Pick up here next time and we'll go with Don Tonberry, I think. Unless I change my mind and decide to just get that auto haste on Titus quick. But since he doesn't have a weapon that can break the damage limit, it's not really that big of a concern for me. The only thing is he can help out with healing people and some of that stuff a little better. Anyway, that's the plan. So thanks for watching. And if you've been enjoying the content so far, please like, comment, and subscribe or follow. And we'll catch you next time.